What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's VoroAMI, and in today's video, I'm going to be once again discussing One Piece. I'm going to be talking about One Piece in 2024, what I'm excited for, because seeing the live action series this week, it just got me hyped to talk about One Piece. So for those guys that are coming in for the first time on the channel or a returning viewer, One Piece is going to be one of the things I'll be discussing about on the channel. It'll be one of the many things I discuss on the channel because One Piece, as I explained in the One Piece video that came out on Tuesday, One Piece is one of my favorite animes. It's my all-time favorite anime slash manga series. So seeing the live action portrayal of all these characters, it has got me super hyped for like the future of One Piece going forward for this year and for next year. So without further ado, let's get right on with the video. So let's first talk about season 2 of the live action series, because we can possibly expect it next year, because like like they just nailed it out of the park with this first season. So for those that have not seen the One Piece live action series, y'all click off now, because I'm going to start talking about spoilers for what we can possibly see for season 2. So anyway, so at the ending of season 1 of One Piece, the live action series, we saw Smoker. And now Smoker, he's one of the most well-known Marines in the series. He's one of my favorite Marines in the series. So basically, since we've seen Smoker, we can basically already know that the first major arc that the season 2 will give us will of course be Lougetown. Lougetown is one of my favorite arcs. We get Smoker's introduction. We get Dragon, who he really is. We get his introduction as well. We get Buggy, Alvida, and of course the iconic Luffy moment where he smiles before he almost gets executed by Buggy. So we're gonna get all of that in season 2, I believe. So Lougetown is just one thing that I'm going to be really excited to see with the live action portrayal. Another one is, of course, Nico, Robin, and Chopper. Now, the way with the Straw Hats are going with the live action, I feel like the live action, we possibly won't get to Frankie, Brooke, or Jinbei, but we'll of course get to Robin and Chopper, because luckily they appear so early in the storyline. I believe Robin is the next Straw Hat that shows up in chronological order. She shows up before Chopper, but she joins after Chopper, if you guys understand what I mean. So it'll be exciting to see those two. I want to see how Chopper will, of course, look in live action, whether he'll be a CGI character, like they'll probably CGI him like Pikachu. Like we all remember that Pikachu movie a few years ago, that Detective Pikachu movie. I'm thinking he'll possibly look like that a little bit. And then if he's not, it'll possibly be some Beast Boy type stuff that they did with the Titans live action show, where they had Beast Boy not look like how he does in the comics with the green skin. They made him humanoid a little bit with some animal traits. They'll probably do that with Chopper too, but I also doubt a little bit. So another thing besides Chopper and Robin is, of course, Baroque Works. Baroque Works is like this. That was like early peak One Piece, in my opinion. Everything that has to do with the Baroque Works, Vivi, and then of course Crocodile. I want to see how Crocodile looks, because I don't know if y'all remember that introduction scene, like where Goldie Roger's about to be executed in the live action version, right? And we see all these characters. We see Dragon, we see Mihawk, we see Shanks, we see Buggy, we see this lady, and a whole lot of people are speculating that might be Crocodile, and I'm thinking that too, because if we remember in the anime version and the manga version, it just shows the back of Crocodile's head. It doesn't show her face or his face, whatever gender he was at the time. It doesn't show the character's face, so a whole lot of people are speculating that that person in that scene is possibly Crocodile before he met Ivankov and told Ivankov to change his gender. So I'm really curious to see how Crocodile will look in the anime version, in the live action version as well. Like seeing season 1 just got me so hyped, and of course, PORTGAS the Ace, man. I know Ace, it might be like hard for him to get adapted, because Ace in the manga, he only shows up for one scene. He shows up when they're on the ship already. He gives Luffy his Vivi card and he just dips like that. In the anime, they expanded it, and I like that the anime did that. I'm hoping that the live action kind of does that too, where they just expand on Ace being with the Straw Hats a little bit. He sails with them a little bit before he goes to go look for Blackbeard. But the live action One Piece, man, you guys let me know what you hope to see in season 2 down in the comments below, because I really want to discuss with fellow One Piece fans like just how excited they are for the second season. Of course, how they felt with season one. If y'all enjoy season one, like how would you guys rate season one? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, besides the live action One Piece, let's talk about the anime, because the anime looks like Wano's finally going to be ending very soon, because the last couple episodes have been Luffy versus Kaido finally with the Gear 5, all that stuff. So it looks like in the next 2 episodes we'll finally see the ending of Luffy versus Kaido, and it makes me so excited too, because Wano, we've been following Wano in the anime for like, I want to say like 4 years, 2019, right? And it's now 2023, so it's been Wano has been like the longest arc in the anime since like Dressrosa. So the fact that it's gonna be ending very soon is cool, because like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm excited to see everything that's happening in the manga right now with Egghead, the side arcs. I'm excited to see that in anime form. Like, I'm talking about, like, spoilers for those that are not caught up with the One Piece manga. Even though this chapter came out like a few months ago, is Sabo confronting Emu and the Five Elders. Like, I want to see how that would look in anime form. The soundtrack, everything. Just want to see that. You guys let me know what like manga scene you guys are like amping yourselves to see when it's finally adapted in the anime form. And now besides everything with the anime, I'm also excited to see what kind of stuff we're finally going to be seeing more in the manga next year, because there's just so much things that we're going to be like hopefully seeing next year in 2024. So let's first talk about Sabo eventually reuniting Luffy and Vivi, because as you remember, Cobra told Sabo the connection that Vivi, himself, and Luffy all have. They're all D members, so I hope that Sabo tells Luffy, and I know Luffy, he's that character that doesn't really care about his connection of the D with other characters, but someone like Robin, and of course the rest of the Straw Hats will be like, wow, so Luffy and Vivi have the D, like Luffy's grandfather, like Luffy's father, like PORTGAS the Ace, they all have the same D initial, so that'll be something cool to see. And of course, everything that's going on with the Warlords right now, because I want to see what Boa Hancock is playing. Will she stay? Well, she can't stay on Amazon Lily, because that place is a target now, because she's basically wanted by the world government. They want to capture her. So what is she going to do? Is she going to stay on Amazon Lily, or is she going to go look for Luffy right now? Because I remember she said something like that she's going to go look for Luffy. Besides Boa Hancock, are we finally gonna like get some type of story with Edward Weevil? Because Weevil's been a character that's been around for like, he was introduced like in the mid 2010s of One Piece, and we don't know that much about him. He's apparently the biological son of Whitebeard, and Stussy is his mom. So I hope we get something with Weevil next year too, because he's the one warlord that's really lacking in his backstory. Like, we don't know much about him. I don't think we have another warlord besides that we don't know much about. I think Kuma too. Kuma as well. I really want to know what Bonnie saw, like what type of memories she saw, like, because that was really interesting. Seeing her like crying about his stuff, like it must have been really bad. And then of course her being happy all of a sudden. There had to be some type of resolve in those memories. Like maybe there's a way that Kuma can get his memories back. So I'm excited to see that next year too. And of course, Elbaf. Elbaf, we recently just learned that, what's his face? Vegapunk told Nami that they're going to be going to Elbaf next. So Elbaf has been a place that we've been wanting to see for the longest. I think like since like early times, since like before pre-time skip One Piece, we've been waiting to see Elbaf. So now that we're finally getting Elbaf, I'm excited. Like, I know a lot of people are gonna be talking about this might be Usopp's arc. I'm kind of conflicted about that. Like, it might be Usopp's arc, but I don't know. It might just be an arc that showcases all, like, how far the Straw Hats have grown together, like all 10 members, because people were saying that Wano was gonna be Zoro's arc, and we all know how that turned out. That it didn't turn out to be his arc at all. So I'm kind of just weary about this arc being Usopp's arc. It might just be an arc that will showcase the strengths of all the 10 Straw Hats, what they're really good at. It will showcase that in Elbaf too. And this might be the place that Luffy meets Shanks too, but then again, Shanks might have already left by then because he's also trying to look for the One Piece as well, and he's also trying to look for Blackbeard himself. And then besides that too, besides Sabo, also the Revolutionary Army as well. I want to see them fight the world government because I don't know. I'm waiting for the day that Dragon like meets Akainu. I know a lot of people want it to be Sabo or Luffy that confronts Akainu, but I kind of want it to be Dragon and Akainu because there seems to be some history between those two characters. The way Akainu always talks about Luffy and then brings up Dragon, that he's the son of Dragon, that this is to be expected from the son of Dragon. It is like, and I know you guys too want to know like, what type of connection does Dragon and Akainu have? Were they good buddies back in the day before they had some fallout to make Dragon go to the Revolutionary Army and for Akainu to work his way up to being admiral? Like, I want to see that as well. Of course, the five elders as well. Emu, like, what kind of devil fruits do they all have, man? Because Emu, when he was fighting Sabo, he was giving off some Tom and Jerry Toon Force devil type devil fruit, you know? So I'm just excited for One Piece in general, like in 2024, because I know we're gonna get all kinds of good content in the anime, in the manga, and of course live action too if season 2 comes out. Because I remember I read some report that if the support for the current live action series is good, like for the first eight episodes, if people continue watching it and all that, that they might have a season 2. But if it drops off like 60-70% drop off, then they might not know. But of course, like, I think we're gonna get a season 2 because characters like Dragon, like we know who Dragon's actor is in the live action series. If you don't know, I'll show a picture of him right now. We have his face, like who portrays him. So if we have an actor for Dragon already, that means that they already have season 2 planned. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What you're excited to see from One Piece in 2024, whether it be a possible season 2, Egghead in anime finally, and of course the future arcs that we can expect to see from the manga as well. And also, I already said in the previous video, but let me know your thoughts on the live action series. Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite arc? Like, finally, I can finally say that my favorite arc from the live action was the Syrup Village, and my favorite antagonist had to be Kuro. I like what Alexander, the actor, did with Kuro. He was my favorite antagonist, and my favorite character in the live action was definitely between Sanji and Luffy. I have to say Luffy too. I have to say Luffy as well. Those characters were just, Inaki, he did Luffy so well, man. But anyways, guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, One Piece will be one of the stuff that I'll be discussing about with you guys in the future. So if you're a fan of One Piece 2, consider hitting the subscribe button, as I'm going to be trying to put out videos for you guys, at least 2 videos every week for you guys. Maybe on Tuesday, Thursday. It doesn't depend what day it is. It'll just be 2 videos per week. But anyways, I'll catch y'all for the next video. Peace.